So
Okay.
going to an HBCU was like crazy. You know what I
culture
mean?
shock.
Such a culture shock. Even though I lived in Detroit, it was a culture shock. It's very weird, but it was a great experience. I love Atlanta. Atlanta has definitely adopted me. And it's
A lot of
second
people
home.
like to call Atlanta home. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's definitely home now. My
Okay.
mom's here now. My sister's here.
Okay.
Oh, so you done brought the family with you?
Yeah, or they followed me. I think
Exactly.
Yeah, but I love Atlanta. It's such a great city.
Okay. So, take me back to when you discovered, I guess, music for you. Like, when did you discover that you had like a passion for music?
I would say at 13 was like, well, I had always been writing songs. So I grew up dancing, like ballet, tap, jazz, all of that.
Okay.
Then I got into acting when I was like 9. So I used to travel to LA and New York and audition. And one year when I was in LA, I was 13 and I had an opportunity to record a song.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Mom, this is what I want to do. And I know she was like, dang, like, we just spent all this money on headshots. We just did all this for acting.
It was acting first, actually.
Yeah, it was acting first, actually. And then I just fell in love with it. But I had always been writing songs.
Okay.
She would find all these books that I had in my room that were like songs. I never kept like a diary or a journal. But I had always been writing music. I always been in love with music. And so I've just continued it since then. God has really blessed me, I think, with certain talents, and I just want to make use of them, you know?
That's what's
Do
up.
you have a passion for one over the other? More of a passion?
I don't think so. I think it's just the different time, you know? Like now I'm starting to want to act again more.
Okay.
And so I've just been getting into that more, but honestly, I think it just depends on the period of time that I'm in my life. You know, music can be very draining. The industry, period, can be very draining. So sometimes you have to, like, go back and forth to kind of keep the dream, you know, going.
So what do you do, like, when you start to feel drained? Because, like, I know a lot of people, like, jump into it or they think they want to do something, like, in the arts, whether it's act, sing, dance, whatever it is. And it's a different type of work.
Yeah.
So because of that, when you start to get drained, you have to rejuvenate in different ways. Like, what do you find that you do that kind of gets you back to like a happy place or a place of like, how do you reset yourself?
Tranquility.
Yeah, tranquility. That's a good word.
I think you just have to take a step back sometimes. Like, you have to say, okay, it's getting too much. Because I think focus is the biggest thing, you know, and you have to be at peace with yourself in order to be creative. In order to put your art out there, you have to be in a peaceful state, you know. So I take a step back, or I just focus on something else. I've always worked, so, you know, in addition to doing some of the great things I've been able to do, like, don't get it twisted, like I've had so many random jobs, and sometimes I'll just throw myself into that work.
But see, I like that. Like, I like to hear that, because I think sometimes people feel like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm not gonna do anything else. Like, you're gonna have a bunch of random jobs. You're gonna do something that is kind of like stretches you in a different way. You might do something. Have you done any jobs that you never thought that you would do?
I just worked on a food truck like a couple months ago.
That's what I'm saying, though. But
I
people
always think about that if somebody will see, like, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
I probably served you some food, and now you
I
see
probably
me on
served
your
you some
TV
food.
on
Exactly.
this food truck.
Exactly. I mean, there's been times, I know one time, because I had sang backup for a couple of artists, and one of them being Candy Burris on Fantasia's Back to Me tour, and I was serving after I got off the tour, this is years later, I was serving at like a barbecue place or whatever, and someone was like, I've seen you before, I've seen you at a concert before, and she said Fantasia, and I was like, I was singing backup for Candy, and she was like, I knew it was you. It took a picture with me and everything, and I was like, it's cool, I'm human just like you. I gotta get it just like you. You know?
How
It
was
is
that
what it is.
experience being on tour?
Oh, amazing. I love it. I've been blessed to tour with some really cool artists. Candy Burris, Iggy Azalea, Nick Jonas. I love tour. You get to travel. You get to see different people, different cities. And then, of course, the performances are always really dope and live.
what is the number one misconception that you think people have, like, about things that happen on tour?
I would say that it's like a lot of partying and a lot of, like, you know, drinking and sex and I don't know. And you know what, for some people's tours,
I was about to say, well,
it probably
it
is.
might be.
You know what I'm saying? For
right,
I'm
straight
sure,
out of Compton, that's exactly
I'm pretty sure they were getting it popping on the tour
people.
bus. Right. But I think it just depends on the people that you're touring with and the capacity and how many, and also who's in the crew. You know, like I still went out and had a really good time.
Right.
You know, had to pull the all-nighter in Madrid. I mean, there's different things that I've done, but it's not that crazy. Most of the time, people just want to go back to the room and go to sleep. Get some food. If you're lucky, you can find a place that's still open and then go to sleep.
Since you've worked like in multiple capacities, and I think like in an industry like this, you have to do, like we said, different things. You're exposed to a number of things. Yeah. What similarities do you think there are? Because I think the strongest misconception, like we talk about a lot of the times, is that you're just getting up there and you're doing something that you're gifted or talented and able to do. Mm-hmm. And yes, you enjoy it. You want to do it because you want to enjoy what you do. But don't get it twisted. It is work. Do you think that what similarities do you find in like what you do when you're working this way versus working, you know, in something that you just got to do just to make it happen?
I think it's all very similar. I mean, you know, I think there's a level of professionalism that you have to have, the dedication. You have to know what you're doing. You have to think quick on your feet because stuff can happen. I mean, I've been on stage and mics have gone out or your inner ears go out, and you know, you just have to be prepared for anything. And I think that's with any job or any profession that you have. If you're serious about it, you're going to be professional. If you're serious about it, you're going to make sure you're doing it to the best of your ability. So I think it's similar all the way around. I think the only thing that's harder about doing something creative is you kind of have to drive yourself. There's no, if I do this today, I'm going to get this in 6 months, or I'm going to get this in a year. No, you can do this your entire life and never get anywhere. But I think that if it's your purpose, number one, and number two, if you work hard enough, you'll get there, you know, eventually. So,
well, what keeps you driven behind that, knowing that, okay, so I might not get what I want for years or months later? What keeps you driven?
I think just knowing my purpose. Like I've known at a very early age that I want to be an entertainer. I want to be a singer, I want to be a dancer, I want to be an actress, but I have other things that I want to do as well. But this is how I can see myself branching out to do those other things. And then to my family, I have a great support system. Like I'm blessed. My mom is amazing. My parents are amazing. Brother, sister, like my friends, sorority sisters. Like I have a very good support system. And that keeps me going because I can't let them down. I mean, especially my mom. She sacrificed so much for me to be able to even be in the position I am now. So I can't stop. Why stop, you know?
So, I mean, inevitably, you have those days when you ask yourself, like, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. Like, what am I doing? Why am I still doing this? And I think a part of it is you don't want to let people down. You feel like you've been preparing a long time for this. But what is like something that you see in the future for yourself? What's a goal that you're like looking forward to achieving that you could like verbalize and say, this is what I want? And after you feel, you know, you get past that feeling of why am I still doing this? What do you say to yourself? Like, BRIE, this is going to happen. This is what I want. This is what I want to see.
Right. Well, like I said, it's a lot of different things I want to do with my life besides music. You know, although I want to be an internationally known singer, songwriter, actress, I also want to have a nonprofit for kids that can't get the type of training that I've been able to get growing up that are very talented, you know, but you got to be serious about it. You know, we got to have certain grades, got to stay out of trouble. Like, I want to create those type of programs, especially in Detroit and in Atlanta and all over the country. I want to have a makeup line, accessory line. I mean, there's lots of different things that I want to do. And what keeps me driven is knowing that, you know, I did what I was supposed to do. I went to college. I got a degree. But then when I sat there and I looked at it and I was like, you know what, what I want to do with my life, I can't necessarily use this right now, you know? So I said, okay, I did what my parents asked me to do and what I also wanted to do. And I grew there as a woman and educated myself. And now I'm branching out to do what I am supposed to do on this earth, you know?
That's good. So have you feel like you've used your degree though?
In a way, yeah. I mean, definitely, I think more so from college, I got experience of how to maneuver and talk to people and get work done, you
Right.
know. So no, I haven't gone and gotten like a job at CNN or worked at a radio station or anything like that, which would have been amazing to do, but I just didn't have those opportunities right away out of college.
Hey, girl.
You know, but hey, I mean, y'all in here doing it. So.
No, but I mean, I think the one thing that you said that kind of made me just be like, when you said that you're more focused on doing what you're here to do, or like what you were created to do. And I think so many times people do not figure that out, or figure out that
later on in
that's
life, when
something
they feel like
that they
wasted a
should
lot of time.
attain,
Right.
because we've been told so many things. Not to take anything, of course, your parents want the best for you. They
Right.
want you to have the best things, and they want you to live your best life, and that's why they encourage you to do all of these things.
Right.
So naturally, we want to please them because they've done so much, and you know,
Right.
it comes full circle. You're like, you've done so much, I want to pay this back, and then something starts to happen, and you start to wonder. And sometimes people never know what it is, and so that's why it's important for people to hear stories like yours, because they hear like, maybe I do need to be doing what I'm like. Why am I here?
Yeah.
And
I don't see why we can't. I really don't. And maybe it's the dreamer in me, it's the Pisces in me, but I just feel like we're all put on this earth to do something. And can you imagine how much happier and how better things would be if you really honed in on what you're supposed to be doing? Not what makes you the most money, not what gives you the most fame, but what if God said, okay, cool, listen, I'm gonna make sure you have all the basics. You don't have to worry about, you know, what you eating. You don't have to worry about where you're gonna live. Imagine if you just got to do what you want to do, whether it's a fisherman, whether it's a radio personality, whether you're building cell phone cases, whatever it is that you want to do. And so I try to encourage people to do that. I meet people all the time, and they're like, oh, you're a singer. Oh, I used to sing. I used to want to sing. I'm like, why don't you?
Used to, yeah.
I
exactly.
can't. Why? You have the tools to do it. Nobody said you were going to get a record deal. Nobody said this may be your profession, but why stop?
Absolutely.
I think that's what stops a lot of people, because either with acting or singing, they have their goal that they have in mind doesn't always align with their purpose.
Well, I think it's crazy. This comes up, I promise. If we have like 9 out of 10 interviews, it comes back to like, why are you here? And I'm doing this because this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. But I like to tell people a lot of times, you don't realize that you've been doing what you're supposed to do. And maybe someone told you that you can't make money from that. Or what you saw, you know, the end result that you saw was you thought that was all there was.
Right.
And there are other things, you know, who knows, you could be singing and maybe you aren't headlining a tour, but you're the voice of like 10 TV jingles or commercials. Like, you never know.
It's reimagining the dream.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the opportunities are there. You just have to believe that the reason that you're here, there's something that you can tap into that will it'll click. It will all come together.
And you never know who you're reaching and who you're inspiring while you're doing it.
Absolutely. And I tell people that all the time. I'm like, reimagine the dream. Okay, so you didn't make it as an A-Leigh dancer. Okay, be a dance teacher. You know, give back, invest what you have into somebody else, because that student that you're investing in may go on to do that or even greater things.
I think
you know?
this is it's a crucial time, usually between like 25 and like maybe 35, that people start to believe that they can only be successful one way, and they attribute money with success, and they're like, well, I know that if I do this, I'll get this consistent check, and I need this every 2 weeks because I only know how to live on getting a check every 2 weeks. But if you learn how to live on maybe getting paid monthly, or getting paid, you know, as you put in more work, but you're doing work that's fulfilling, so it's worth it. You know, you have to reimagine the dream. That's a great way to put it, but you also have to reassess your situation. So I feel like what I'm hearing from you is you've kind of done that, and you just know.
Yeah, you gotta learn. Like, that's the thing too. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be a singer. I want to be, you know, or I can only speak for entertainment because that's my profession. But you know, I want to do this. Okay, it's a lot of sacrifice that comes with that. A lot. You know what I mean? And you have to learn how to save. You have to learn how to budget correctly. You have to work. Well, maybe you don't have to. Maybe somebody is you know, funding you and hook you up. You have a sponsor. I don't know, but I don't have that.
That happens every once in a while. But you know, we had someone in here just recently that was saying, like, you know, sometimes you may not eat as much as you ate last month. You know,
sometimes you eat sleep.
Right.
For dinner.
Instead of 3 meals, you had like one.
You had like
One.
one.
And some water.
You hungry, and
But
you
it's
can't
good.
Eat,
Yeah.
So you just go to sleep.
Yeah.
I done ate sleep for dinner a lot, and it was good. I'm gonna just go to sleep. So I can't. I'm not hungry from sleep.
This is very true. You can't.
That's
Well,
how I look
your
at
stomach
it.
may still rumble, but you'll
sleep.
be
You're not
unconscious.
thinking about
you
it.
won't
But
think
I'm
about
good.
it.
I'm good.
But I'm good. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think people just, you have to know, like, I think a lot of people, just because it's so accessible to I mean, even this, you can buy a microphone and have a podcast if you want to now.
You
But
can
that
do what you want to do.
doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you're supposed to be doing. But I think so many people are driven just by like the fame and the fortune that it's like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, and I think for so many, it's so easy to see things and think that people achieve success overnight. And
everybody's success doesn't look the same.
it does
No.
not. And like, you know, I've heard it said that what you see as an overnight success was 10 years in the making. You know, and or more. It could have been 20 years, it could have been 5, you know. But I tell people a lot of the times, you do not want success without the work.
Yeah. Because then you don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate it, and it doesn't last.
No.
You don't know how to sustain it because you have never put the work in.
Absolutely.
So, it's
That's
amazing.
a very good point.
It just is what it is. Good talk. So you've got a new single out,
I do.
and tell me about it.
Well, it's called Get It. And like I said, it was produced by K Major. It's just like a sexy, confident anthem for women. You know, in the lyrics, it's just talking about all these different things, you know, to a guy, you know, basically saying, you can't have me until I'm ready to let you have me.
Okay.
And here are all the things that I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? Are you trifling? Do you have a baby mama at home and you out here still trying to holler at me? Like, you know, and then she's looking over here mad at me like, you know, girl, you lucky I let him, you know, I didn't go with him.
So it
and
kind of tells a
it's kind of
story.
thing. Yeah, it definitely tells a story. And it's just something for women to rock to and just, you know, feel confident and, you know, boss up to.
So that's what you felt.
Definitely. I'm all about that. I'm all about empowering women and, you know, go time. Women make the world go round.
Right.
Okay. Well, we got BRIE's latest single. It's called Get It.
Yes.
And why don't you introduce it?
What's up, y'all? This is BRIE, chilling with the ShakeUP Morning Show, and this is my new single, Get It. Check it out.
I'm never too grown to enjoy my life. I shake my ass in the club sometime. I'm still a lady, don't get it wrong. I see your face, I know what you want, but I ain't tripping, now you ready? Yeah, come and get it. Thought you was ready for me, baby. Yeah, come and get it. Make you want it. No, I know I make you want it. No, I make you want it. No, I know I make you want it. Everybody want it. Everybody want it. Everybody want it. Everybody want it. Come and get it. You want me, baby? Just say it. Drink me down. Come get faded. No vacay. I'm taking you places. I know you wanna witness my freaky sex faces. How you wanna do it? How you wanna do it? Want me in your jacuzzi? Better cover me with Louis. Boy, you got a baby mama. Does she know you're choosing? Tell your girl I saved her ass. Be glad I kept her moving. I'm never too grown to enjoy my life. I shake my ass in the club sometime. I'm still a lady, don't get it wrong. I see your face, I know what you want, but I ain't tripping, now you ready? Yeah, come and get it. Thought want it. Everybody want it. Everybody want it. Everybody want it. Come and get a little skin and watch them go crazy. Boy, you're looking thirsty. Let me find you a waitress. You're pulling on my arm. Let me find you some patience. Everybody want me while you find that amazing. I'm the realest independent, laid back, chillin' kind of woman. Stack it, spin it, kind of woman. Maybe that's really why you want it. These hoes envy my position, I be killing my opponent. Yeah, you feel me, here's the bonus. If I'm in it, then I own it. I'm never too grown to enjoy my life. I shake my ass in the club sometimes. I'm still a lady, don't get it wrong. I see your face, I know what you want, but I ain't tripping, now you ready? Yeah, come and get it. Thought you was ready for me, baby. Yeah, come and get it. Make you want it, no one make you want it. No one make you want it, no one make you want it. Everybody want it, everybody want it. Everybody get it, everybody come and get it.
Check it out, y'all.
To get it before you can.
She ready? Come get it.
Get it, BRIE.
Get it.
All right. Exclusive. I like that.
I like it too.
I like that.
Thank y'all so much.
That's what's up. There is somebody on the line that wants to speak to you. This is the ShakeUP. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Bree, what's going on? This Mook.
Hey, Mook. What's up? That's my homie. What's up,
What's
Mook?
up? What's going on? You know, I had to call and show love, man. Shout out to everybody at the ShakeUp. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing good.
We are doing well, man. Tell me what do you love about BRIE?
Oh, man. Outside of the music, man, Bree is an amazing person. You know, I think I'm sorry about that. That was my daughter. She put that on the phone.
Tell Boo I said hey.
Sorry about the background. Yeah. But Bree just an amazing person outside of music, you know, and with the music. She just dope songwriter, dope dancer, dope everything, you know, and that's real good people.
That's what's up,
Thank
man.
you, Luke. You good people too, bro. Thank you.
Appreciate the call, man. Thanks for checking in. All right.
No problem. Y'all take it easy, all right?
All right, man. So, all right,
That's
BRIE.
my homie. He's a dope producer too.
Oh,
To Mook.
that's what's up. I was going to ask you, who did you work with to produce this this last track?
Get it?
Yeah.
K Major.
Okay.
Really amazing artist in his own right. Singer, songwriter, producer. He just did Usher's Rivals.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a video to the single?
I do. You can check it out at IamBrieMusic.com or my YouTube channel, Bree the Vamp.
Okay, hold on. I think I actually seen it. I was like, is it that song?
I
or
watched it
another
yesterday.
one?
You watched it? What
Yeah.
do you think?
Yeah, I liked it.
You like it?
I liked it.
Thanks so much.
I was
It's getting
like-
a good response. It's getting a
That's
good
what's
response.
up. So how long has it been buzzing?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like I just
you
put
just
it out.
dropped it. Okay.
Yeah, I just dropped it. I was out in LA. And a friend of mine was like, because I did the video before I left. I went and spent some time in LA this summer, and made sure I did the video before I left so I could work on it, you know, and talk to the director. Shout out to Berlin, and it just came together. And my friend was like, "You should just drop it, just put it out." And I was like, "Oh, I haven't done this and I haven't done that." She was like, "Girl, just put it out. You never gonna completely be ready." So I just dropped it.
Does that ever stop you? Just thinking
Not
like
being
I'm not prepared.
All the
It's not the right
time.
time. I'm not ready.
All the
This
time.
isn't right.
Yeah, I get in my head. I'm in my head so much. I will
Right.
I will think of like 30 different ways of how something can happen before I go. So it's nice to have people in your life that are just like, do it. Just go. Just press go and see what happens.
A question I have for you. Do you think that you have ever been in your own way?
In my own way? Absolutely. I can so many times. But you know what, though? I think about it. I'm like, somebody asked me the other day, they were like, do you regret going to college? Because maybe if you didn't and you were younger, like things would have happened quicker. And I was like, maybe if I would have never stopped acting, I would have gotten to a certain point. But I feel like I may not have been ready to receive it, and I may would have messed it up.
That's
you
a
know?
good
Everything
perspective.
probably happened exactly how it was supposed to.
Exactly. And I think so many times people are like, if I just hadn't have done this, then this would have happened, or if I hadn't have done this would have happened. I'm thinking things can still happen, and
Absolutely.
I think we just get in the way
You
too
know-
too much, and it's crazy because I'm just listening to you talk, and for me it sounds like I could be off, but it sounds like you've chosen to be flexible with what comes, and more so like chosen to say yes to certain things, and it's just like
Yeah. Well, I mean, certain things. I
yeah,
ain't saying
certain
yes
things,
to
yeah, certain things, yeah, and
I'm
so
not saying yes to everything, but yeah, definitely. I've learned what works, and I know a lot more of what doesn't than I did at 19. So I'm just trying to keep on building and keep the train going. You just have to stay motivated, and you just got to know. Like I swear, every time I've gotten to a position where I've been like, listen, I don't know, God, we tried. I got a nice little resume I can tell my kids about one day. Look at all the cool stuff mommy did. But then he dropped something in my lap, and I just go like, oh my goodness. So then I started to think, what if I stop doubting myself and just are always, pushing myself, continuously, like don't ever stop. How many more great things will happen from that, or if I don't doubt God, rather. So, like I just filmed a movie
That's
last
what's up.
May that comes out next spring, called Stepsisters, and I had a moment then, right before then, that I was just like, God, I don't know what's going on. Like I haven't put any music out. I've been trying to audition. I can't find an agent. I can't whatever. And this opportunity dropped in my lap, and I showed up. I showed out, and now greater things are happening because of it.
things are happening.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
So
that
your
message.
role in Stepsisters is Cheryl. Who is Cheryl?
Cheryl is a neophyte. She just crossed her sorority, and she's feisty and she's excited, and she's just like any other neo out there, just ready to stroll and step and do everything.
Right.
She kind of plays a sidekick to Naturi Naughton's character. Naturi Naughton's in the movie.
Right.
Cheryl Lee Ralph, Matt McGorry. It's gonna be a great movie. It's gonna be great. It's like a Bring It On meets Stomp the Yard.
I was
Like-
thinking that. That's what I was going to ask you. It's like
Yeah.
a combination of those.
It's like a Bring It On meets Stomp the Yard. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it with the movies that I know of. But yeah, it's like a Bring It On meets Stomp the Yard. But it's really dope stepping in it, number one. And number two, I think it raises some pretty good questions right now that we're all dealing with, as far as like race relations and cultural appropriation, and what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. Like, why is it that way? How can we change that? How can we all become one? Like, I think it's going to be a great way to do that through comedy too, so people can come and actually laugh and then walk away from it and be like, dang, never thought about that,
Good stuff.
That's what's up.
Good
so
stuff.
what other projects do you have coming up? Are you going on tour with anybody?
Hopefully soon. I'm not sure. Tour is always one of those things that when it just happens,
It
somebody
happens.
calls you and they're like, hey, come be on tour. The way that I even got working with Iggy Azalea and Nick Jonas, a friend of mine who was on you guys' show, Victor Jackson. Shout out to Victor. Love
Shout
him
out
so
to the
much.
homie Victor.
Shout out
Right.
to the homie Victor Jackson. Yeah, Victor called me and was like, hey, we need a singer for American Idol. Can you come? I was like, sure. Flew myself to LA, did American Idol with Iggy Azalea and Jennifer Hudson. And then from there, one of the girls who was singing backup called me literally like 3 days later and was like, hey, I got this week gig with Nick Jonas. Can you do it? I was like, sure. So I went, and that's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of
gotta
stuff
be
you gotta
flexible.
be able to go. And thank God for because I've been a nanny for the past 2 years too. So thank God for the family that I was working with. She's like, go girl, go. We'll figure
A lot
it
of
out.
people think it's weird when they see, like, people see you on social media, probably, and they're like, oh, they're this person, but they don't know. You still have, I'm not to the point where I want to be at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I still have these side jobs.
Yeah, and I also too, even with my social media, I try not to just be about, I really have a problem with the whole like my pictures. I have to put up 3 pictures in a row. I don't know where that kind of stuff came from. I don't know why we're doing that, but I'm like, I don't learn anything from you if all I'm seeing is all these professional pictures. Like, can I see you eating a cheeseburger like a regular person?
Look.
Like,
That picture that
Let me
you
t-
just
let me
took
tell
of me
you.
the other day when we was
What?
in New Orleans, and I was looking like this. And I was eating some hot Cheetos and Funyuns.
yes,
I-
in
Because
New
that's my
Orleans.
life.
Why not?
I like
and you
hot
know what?
Cheetos
And
and
somebody
Funyuns,
and
I
somebody
look
like
stupid
me,
eating it because it tastes good, and you gotta look stupid eating it.
right? And
It's
somebody
good together.
and somebody like me is gonna be like, she is in New Orleans doing exactly what I want to do, eating some hot Cheetos on the strip before she
Chilling.
goes gets her beignets. She's
Chilling,
sitting
yeah,
out there
and
chilling.
it's
Exactly what
crazy
we did.
though. I think it's just crazy. listening to your story is just reminding me of it. I think maybe it's just reminding me that like it just takes hard work. Just keep at it. And I think there's so many similarities. And I think people need to hear these stories. Like I thank you for coming through, because I think people need to hear these stories, because there's so many people that never jumped because people always told them that they couldn't, or they had people in their family that didn't. Right. Or, there were all these situations that they could not control, so they just didn't do it. And it's crazy, especially doing this. I talk to people all the time that are like, I just wish. And I'm like, just do. Yeah. And when you get something, everything does not always line up. And if you're a person that needs everything to line up, on paper, your bank account is not always going to line up. You don't know where this flight is coming from. Like, you might just end up on a flight and before you know it, that you don't know what's going on. Like, you got this flight, or you have to be somewhere tomorrow, you don't have a flight, you don't have the money, and then all of a sudden
there, and you just out here catching there's one.
No, seriously,
catching these opportunities.
That's how
all of a sudden it just happens, and you have to be open to it. And I think if you're not open to it, you will miss opportunity after opportunity. And I think that I just believe that people know, like, they listen to something like this, and I hear stories all the time. I heard you say this, and I just did it, and I just had to do it.
Well, I hope that we've all inspired somebody this morning. I mean, seriously, I'm not. Now, listen, I ain't saying going to your office. And
I'm not telling you. I say that. We say that all the time.
And sometimes I'll be like, well, but if that's what you want to do,
right?
Lord,
but I'm
you
telling
got a
you,
backup plan.
just don't show up here tomorrow, because we don't have.
Right. That's what we always say. We get a disclaimer. Now, you can do that, but don't come here.
They're gonna come up here and be like, well, y'all told me to quit.
Y'all told me so. What's up?
We got nothing for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I hope that we've all inspired somebody to just, y'all inspire me doing this. You know what I mean? It's work, man. It takes work and it takes dedication. Definitely. And you have to believe in yourself, and you have to just be a good person too. That's another thing that I didn't mention, with when you were asking what the similarities are. Be a good person. Yeah. When you're a good person and people see that you're professional, you're hardworking, and you have a good heart, they're always going to be like, oh, we definitely need her again, or we definitely need to hire him again. But if you up there causing problems and you getting drunk before a show,
come on,
you know what I mean? Like, you're actually getting fired.
Do not be a liability before you get hired.
Exactly.
All right, somebody else wants to talk to you. Good morning. It's the Shake Up. Who is this?
Yo, what up? This your boy OD. What up, Bree?
What's up, OD? How are you?
I'm good. I'm just calling to salute you. Everybody that's listening, I know Bree since she first moved to Atlanta, and everything she's saying is actual.
That's what's
up.
I
seen her in a talent show at Clark, Atlanta, and she's been holding it down ever since. So
man.
Just want to salute you to keep pushing, keep doing what you do, and don't ever stop.
Thank you so much.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the call, and that validation is amazing. I mean, look, people, that's the crazy thing is people don't realize people know, too. Like, that's... people know, people were watching, people are always watching.
Even if they don't say
anything. And they don't say anything.
They're watching.
Yeah.
And I think, people, I like what you said about social media. I don't know where this mess came from. Like, there's so much that goes on.
You know how I am. I just was like, I have to have a presence because I don't care.
I tell people.
I don't get it, though. But why does it have to look picture perfect?
I think it's because we from, like, the older generation, maybe the newer generation.
There's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But don't tell me as an artist that I have to have 3 consecutive pictures that have the same clothes on. Then I gotta post these white. Don't y'all hate when you scrolling down your timeline and it's all these blank white things? It's not like y'all are even saying anything. It's just like I just wanted to.
I don't have the time. I don't have the time. And I think also, like, people, you get so caught up on, what's happening and how many likes it got. Somebody saw it. That's what I like to tell people. They saw it. Right. Like, stop.
A lot of times,
stop.
Even if they don't like
stop being compelled by the like. They saw it. I'm telling you, they saw it. And we talk. A radio frustration is we leave and go and talk to someone, and you start either tell me what you heard me say already,
tell us something that you don't know that we talked about because you didn't listen.
Right.
But we already know.
Right.
But more so, it's you like repeating me. Like, or you are quoting me, and I'm like,
And they
you
wanna
didn't
have a
like
conversation
anything.
with us about
You
what
didn't.
we
I
said.
didn't know that you were
We don't
listening,
remember.
but I can't even tell you a story because you know the story I told. And so because I'm so raw, I sit here and talk about my life and my friends and my family. And then somebody I don't know, I try to tell them a story. They're like, oh, yeah, I know this story. And it's like,
so you was watching.
So you was
listening.
watching.
People are watching.
You
People are
knew.
listening. They always listening.
and
They
you
always
didn't.
watching.
I haven't. Okay, all right. And so beware, like people like well, don't beware, but be cognizant, be aware
Yes.
that people are watching, they are paying attention, and social media is real, but it's not real. Okay,
Not.
this feedback, like do what you feel like you're here to do.
Right.
Chase your dreams, go after it, and make good connections because people are watching and they respect the hustle. They really do. So
Clearly do.
that's what's
Well,
up.
I hope they continue to. I mean, that's all I know how to do. I mean, I'm from the city I'm from. That's what you do. You hustle. You figure out a way to make it work.
That's right.
Exactly. What piece of advice would you give to anybody that wants to follow, like, in your footsteps, the journey that you took?
I would definitely just say, just make sure it's what you really want to do, not what your family wants you to do or your friends. Because even if you can sing, you could blow Beyonce and Mariah out the water. But if it's not in your heart, it's a lot that comes with it. You know, getting on stage and performing, that's a whole other aspect from you just being able to sing or being able to dance. You have to actually get on stage and deliver. You know, you have to make somebody say, okay, I paid $150 for this ticket. What are you about to give me for the next hour to 2 hours? You know what I'm saying?
Do not come half stepping.
Don't come half stepping. And I think we've all seen some performances where we've been like,
I paid for this.
I paid for
Exactly.
this. Even if you got the free ticket, you like,
I paid for this. Right.
So, yeah, I would just say, you know, make sure you are dedicated. Make sure it's what you really want to do. You work hard. You're humble. And you're a good person. And you make people remember you by just being yourself. Just be yourself, you know? If you have all those attributes already, you're fine. You're definitely fine. And go for it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? It don't
That's
work
right.
out.
I feel it.
You're already failing if you don't try.
Exactly.
Well, do not be a stranger.
I will not be a
Come
stranger.
by anytime,
I'm coming
and
back.
I'll do that.
I'll bring coffee and donuts next time. I was kind of rushing this morning, but I'll bring coffee.
It's all
It's
good.
early for you?
Huh?
It's early for you?
I don't know how y'all do this every morning. God bless you all. You know, my schedule's a little different. Mine's like more on the night side. So, you know, and even with that, people try to be in the studio till 5 a.m. I'm like,
I mean,
all
with
right.
this, it's like we may have an event, so we sleep when possible.
Yes.
See, she's
Just
like-
whatever happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever
God bless you. Like,
happens.
that's
the same thing what you said. It's just whatever. We don't know how the day is gonna go.
I don't really
Yep,
know.
Whatever.
I'm here.
you go with the flow. You here. Okay.
I'm
We
here.
go
woke
to
up
sleep-
this morning.
We go
You
to
are
sleep
here.
with the mindset that we have to get up in 5 minutes.
Yes.
All the time.
You get that little cat nap in.
Yeah. I mean,
Just keep
it's
it
really
going.
5
See you in
minutes.
5
That's
minutes.
it. Yep.
Well, how
That's
can
enough.
everybody stay in touch with you on social media, on your website, and
Yeah.
your videos?
Everybody can follow me. I follow back on Instagram, Twitter. You got to say that
Do
nowadays.
you get any people who actually ask you, like, why don't you follow me back?
Yeah,
What's your
definitely. Well, I
response?
told this one guy last week. He was like, "Oh, I have to get your social media. I have to stay in contact with you." I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "Well, my phone is dead. Can I put mine in your phone?" I was like, "All right, cool." I said, "I have a 24-hour rule. You don't follow me back." Because I done got tricked a couple of times. People try to do that. They're like, "Oh, my phone's dead," because they care about followers and about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've had some people say that to me before, but I don't pay attention to it. So sometimes I don't realize that I've been followed or whatever. So just hit me up. If I haven't followed you back and you want me to follow you, hit me up. I'll follow you back. Nothing wrong with that.
I'll be like, whatever, okay? Follow.
Don't ask me why I ain't follow you, because I don't want to.
I mean,
Don't
I
ask
don't.
me, 'cause
And
we
that's
say
the
true.
thing too. Is some people I'll look at your page, but if it's something I'm not interested in, why do I?
Or
have
if it's
to
something
follow?
that I don't want to see on my timeline.
Well, I
because
put
it's my
yeah,
timeline and my phone.
I put this
I'm not
this
gonna
disclaimer
follow
out there, like social. I do it. Like Instagram, I'm not really a fan, but I do it. I'll be there, but I'm not on there enough to be in love with it. So if I see something I don't like, I may have followed you, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna unfollow you.
Yeah.
But people are so obsessed with it. if you're my friend and I unfollow you, I probably did it so that we can remain friends.
In real life, right?
I need to remain, like, I want to remain your friend, so I don't want to see this.
Well, you know, one of the greatest things that's been created is the unfollow posts on Facebook. So you
that
can be
is
somebody's
amazing.
friend, but I can unfollow your post.
Or
I don't care that
you
much
can
about people's
also,
feelings.
you can
not
also,
unfriend you.
I done unfriended a lot of people during this election.
This election, let me tell you, baby, this election has it's brought out
I've been
so
up last
many
night. I
things.
was like,
you believe what? Okay, all right. Well,
Now, see that you may get an unfriend depending on what you say, but you know that's the thing. It's been people that I've known for years, and I think it's just like it kind of.
we talked about that. The people that I've went to high school with, I don't know y'all really. I don't really know you. I knew you from the age of 14 to 17.
But now as an
we're
adult,
adults.
Yeah.
Y'all.
And that's the thing, and that's when you do sometimes have to unfollow these people because it's like that kind of negativity and stuff that you see every
I don't
day.
want that energy.
You definitely
it
don't
is
want
what it is. Well, I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, well you can follow me at BRIE the Vamp.
Okay.
BRIETHEVAMP. My website is iambriemusic.com. You can see music, videos, photos, all that jazz. Make sure you guys look out for Stepsisters coming out in spring 2017 and more music from me. I'll be dropping more music.
Right. When Stepsisters come out, you come back.
I'm coming back.
All right, cool.
And we're gonna talk about it.
That's what's up. So it's Breathe the Vamp on Instagram.
Breathe the Vamp. Yep. On Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. Make sure you go to my SoundCloud too. Show my SoundCloud some love.
Gotcha.
Do
All right.
Do you have Snapchat?
I do. I have Snapchat. Snapchat's Breathe the Vamp. I was gonna say Snapchat is actually my favorite thing.
I was about to say that's what I do. So
I like Snapchat better.
I'm definitely gonna follow you.
Okay,
there.
follow me on Snapchat. Snapchat I can be a little goofier on.
Exactly.
Because
I can snap
I don't
all
have
day.
as many followers, and I kind of like it that way. So maybe
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, that might change.
Focus on Instagram, guys.
Yeah. See you there. That's what's up. Well, we appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you for having
so
me.
much
It's been
for
so much
coming.
fun. Thanks, guys.
All right, this interview will be on our website this afternoon. So if you missed any part, you want to see it again, go to the ShakeUpAM.com. We thank BRIE for coming through and hanging out with us. Of course, we got more of the Shake Up coming up, and it's still Throwback Thursday. So get your request in 1-844-99-SHAKE.
1-844-997-4253 at the ShakeUp AM on Instagram and Twitter. Keep it locked right here. You're listening to the Shake Up.
You're listening to The Shake Up.